Hello, this is Dan.
Hi, this is Courtney from Rock County CPS calling for our scheduled phone interview.
Hi, Courtney. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing today, Dan?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this interview.
Well, I like to start interviews off by just asking you to tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am recently married. My wife and I are expecting our first kid any day now. And I'm currently in the third semester of the Substance Use Disorder Counseling Program at Blackhawk Tech. Um, and we're at that stage in the program where I'm seeking out my first internship, so that's why I've reached out to you guys.
Okay, so yeah, that kind of leads me to my second question. Why are you applying for this position?
I reached out to you guys at CPS specifically because after what I kind of read about you guys, it seems like I could get a wide array of experience in the human services with your agency regarding, I mean, not only working with adults, but also with children, um, but most importantly, to get some cross-cultural experience. I assume that you work with families from all walks of life, which is something I'm lacking, is the cross-cultural experience. So that's kind of why I chose you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And you're right that you'll work with a lot of different types of people if you were to intern with us.
Great.
But yeah, tell me more about what you know about our agency.
Um, Not a whole lot. I know that you work with families, primarily to ensure that it's a safe environment for all members of the family. You work with families that deal with substance use, as well as families that have been involved with child welfare before. And I know you guys deal with the foster care system as well. But I think that's about the limits of everything I know about you guys.
Yeah, and that sounds like a general overview of what we do. Many people don't realize everything we do beyond that, but you'll learn more about our agency if we decide it's a good fit.
Great.
So, Dan, what are some of your strengths?
Um, I'd say one of my biggest strengths would be building strong relationships. I consider myself a people person. Um, so I think not only with coworkers, but also with clients, I would build good relationships. Um, and I'm dependable. I don't miss work. I don't show up late. I am always where I need to be when I need to be.
Yeah, that's good to hear. As you know, relationships are so much of what we do, and in being dependable, our clients need you, we need you, so that's good to hear. But what are some of your weaknesses?
Um, this is always a tricky one. Um, I I would say that I can lack self confidence before I feel I have mastered a skill. So early on in a job, I I may come off timid and not very self assured, but that only comes from me wanting to do a good job. Um, and I suppose I could do a better job of trusting my gut and instinct, but it's something I'm working on.
Yeah, and Dan, a lot of our interns mention that lack of self confidence, but you're right. That's something you'll learn through your internship, and our mentors are always there to coach you through that. But yeah, you'll definitely learn how to trust your gut when working in any internship. So this position can be difficult and stressful. Can you tell me some information about how you will handle that?
That is hard to say um, until I'm actually involved in it. But I know that in all my jobs, I try to keep a healthy work-life balance. And for me, at least, that means keeping work at work, not bringing it home with me at the end of the day. And it means leaving my home life outside of work, not letting anything I have going on at home distract me while I'm at work on the job. So for me, that's one way that I've dealt with stressful jobs in the past.
Yeah, definitely. So what motivates you?
I would say what motivates me is spending as much time as possible with friends and family. I've realized that for me, that means having a job that I'm passionate about, so that when I'm at work, I'm focused and excited about work. That way, when I'm at home or away from work, I'm present in whatever it is I'm doing, whether it's with friends or family, or so be it.
Yeah. So tell me about a time that you've had a misunderstanding or disagreement with a coworker or supervisor. Tell me about how you handled it and what was the outcome.
Okay, I guess I could take an example from my previous job. My direct supervisor at my previous job, uh, he was great. We got along well, but he was not the best at delegating tasks. So I would often find myself without something to do. So I would either ask him directly for instruction, what needed to be done. Could I maybe do this or that? And if he didn't come up with a good answer, or if he wasn't around, I kind of just had to take initiative and come up with own work for myself as I see fit, what I deemed important, what needed to get done. And gosh, I'd like to say there was a clean resolution, but I guess I never addressed the issue clearly with him. But I did just I learned to kind of be a self-starter a little bit, I guess you could say. Keep myself busy.
Yeah, and as you know, in many of your roles, you will be working with the supervisor, so being able to navigate those relationships is super important. What makes you a good fit for our agency specifically?
Wow, good question. I would say my eagerness to learn just about, I want any and all hands-on experience I can get in the field of human services. Anything from record keeping to assessing clients and families to evaluating outcomes. Yeah, I guess just my eagerness to learn, to be a part of helping families out.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I do. I have one question in that. I had mentioned earlier that I'm in the substance use disorder counseling program at Blackhawk, and I'm curious if you guys will be able to provide me with relevant experience pertaining particularly to the field of substance use counseling.
Yeah, well, we try to give our interns exposure to a lot of different areas in human services, but we also do try to provide you with specific experiences for your area of interest. So for you, we would try to provide you with experiences in our family recovery court, because that is designed for families struggling with substance use disorders. So
Awesome.
yeah, we do, yeah. We
Sounds
also
great.
do find it's important for you to have a lot of different experience. Like you said, you want to just have exposure. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
So Dan, at this point, I'd like to invite you to interview in person with our agency. What days are you available next week?
Wow, that's great. Thankful to hear that. As far as my schedule next week, I'm wide open. I can make any time, any day work.
How about Tuesday at 10:30?
That sounds great. I am looking forward to it.
All right, Dan, I'll put you down for that. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you, and I look forward to talking to you further on Tuesday.
Same to you, Courtney. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.